Hi, Aniruddha here. So today we will see, it is the first session in the live stream of the Java full stack. So what we are going to see over here, a complete Java full stack, how things are working in the Java full stack, what are the important things, we are going to discuss all of them. I hope this would be the very long course and you will be with me throughout the course. So whatever things are there, all the things would be shared with you, and a lot of things we are going to do in this course. We will see that. So I will begin with what you can say a GitHub repository. I will begin with the GitHub repository, and if you can see here all of the repositories I have, and if you can see this repository I would be using for uploading all the things that I am going to type over here. I hope you know what is a GitHub. Otherwise, our today's first session is dedicated to understanding what is GitHub. We will see that. So just give me a minute. Let me see how many have joined. Now just a minute. Due to the technical glitch, I need to do these things, but don't worry. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now, very first thing, let us start creating the project. Let's not wait more, and let's start creating the project. And the moment we create the project, first thing I would be doing is uploading that project to the GitHub. Now, what you would be needing for this course, I am writing that requirement over here. So first you would be needing a software related requirement. We will discuss what kind of things you are needing. Okay, so here I can say YT live sessions, and what things are required, that we will see. Just a minute. So we would be needing first GitHub account. You would be needing GitHub account. Then if you have a GitHub account, then we would be needing IntelliJ IDEA. We would be needing IntelliJ IDEA. So IntelliJ IDEA is a code editor that we would be needing. Then on your machine you should install Java 11 from the OpenJDK. I am going to show you everything. See, this live stream, the agenda of this live stream is just to help those people who are starting from beginning. They are absolute beginners. Well, this will help for those also who already have a little knowledge in the Java programming and then they shift to complete full stack. Right here I am going to cover Angular, React both, or one of them, we'll see. So here you first would be needing GitHub account, then IntelliJ IDEA, then Java 11 you would be needing. Just install it on your machine. If it is there, good. If it is not there, you can install it. Okay. Then what else? Presently GitHub is important, IntelliJ IDEA is important, and this thing. Now when you talk about the GitHub, today we are going to discuss about the GitHub only. So when you talk about the GitHub, remember that you are talking about a platform which is used for sharing the code. If you want to share the code among your team, you can use a GitHub. It's a very good product that you can use and it's free. Public repositories are free and 5 private repositories are there. Then IntelliJ IDEA. So when you talk about the IntelliJ IDEA, is one of the best editor for the Java. It is a Java code editor, and that editor helps you in writing any kind of Java. Well, it comes with the 2 editions, a community edition and the paid edition. So when you say community edition, it is completely free. You can download it. So I will show you that link, IntelliJ IDEA. IntelliJ IDEA. So this is the product from JetBrains team. I am sharing that link over here. This is a product from JetBrains team. And if you go to the download section over here, can you see this is the ultimate edition? You can select your operating system. That can be Macintosh, can be Linux, or can be Windows. You can download this thing as whatever your OS is. You can download accordingly. Then if anyone is viewing, please let me know my voice is clear or not in the chat box. That would be really great. If you can update that, that would be really great. Type in the chat box. Okay. Now, voice is clear. Thank you. Now, from here you can download the Ultimate Edition or the Community Edition. Well, I have downloaded a community edition with me. Also, what we need to do, we need to install the Java 11. So from where you will install the Java 11? You can install the Java 11 from OpenJDK. Adopt OpenJDK. Just go to the Google and search Adopt OpenJDK. So I will take you to that website. So here you can have Adopt OpenJDK. So 3 requirements are there. GitHub account, right? We already have. It's like setting up a normal account. You can set up that account. So done. We have a GitHub account. We have downloaded the IntelliJ IDEA, and now we are installing this Java 11. Now if you see installation of the Java 11, here you can see Adopt OpenJDK, and from here you can select the version of the Java, say OpenJDK 11. Remember that Java from the Oracle is no more open source. There is open source for few versions, but after that the complete open source has been removed, and that's why you need to shift to the OpenJDK. OpenJDK 11, I request you to select something called as LTS. So when you talk about LTS, it is nothing but long-term support. If you are developing applications, a product or production grade systems, if you are developing, make sure that you will have LTS softwares, no matter what you are using, but that should come under the LTS. It's a long-term support. Okay, just click over here, and if you can see Eclipse Turmeric latest releases are available. You can select those releases and download it, whatever version you would be needing, Linux, Mac or the Windows. So I already have done this job, which means that we have GitHub account, IntelliJ IDEA and the Java 11. So these 3 things we have with us. Next part is, after installing the IntelliJ IDEA, just open the IntelliJ IDEA on your machine, this, and here it will suggest you few of the things: project, customize, plugins, and this thing. Now here you can select the themes. If you need a dark theme, you can use the Darkula here, or light theme, you can use these themes, whatever you are needing. But I'm keeping a default. Let's not invest much time over here. Even you can change the font as well. Even you can change what font as well. And just a minute. And other things, here you can set up all other things as well, all settings and other things, you can do that. But let's not focus on these things. I will come back to this plugin part a little bit later on. So when you say plugin, extension of your IntelliJ IDEA, you can add the details which are not available there to your IntelliJ IDEA. Like for example, there is just type Git over here, and if you see the Git Toolbox, Git Copilot is one of the utility we have. What is this? Let's forget about that thing, but just try to understand. Extension is a plugin, or a plugin is an extension that you will add into your editor. So these are the third-party softwares which are enhancing a core functionality of your editor. You can understand in this way. Editor is nothing but what? Which gives you facilities related to the typing code, compiling, debugging and running. But other than that, some additional features also needs to be added and that are nothing but what these plugins are. You can call these are the extensions. Okay, so these are the plugins. I'll come back to this thing little bit later on. Customization is pretty easy. A menu name is itself is suggesting what do you want to do. Basic customization or the customization at the startup level you can do here, and this is the part which is very important. So when you say this section, if you click on this menu, even if you can go here, can you see this little icon, copy about? Here you can copy and paste it somewhere and read that part. So I'm explaining you this complete window, right? So projects, we have seen what is customize, what is a plugins, and learn about IntelliJ IDEA. So some information page is there, you can go through it if you want to. Now I'm moving to these three buttons: new, project, open, and the get from VCS. New, project, open, and get from the VCS. So when you say new project, you can create a brand new project. How to create that we will see. Then there is something called as open. Open the existing project, you can do from here. Then you can have something called as get VCS. So when you talk about the VCS, it is a version control system. It is what version control system? That's what we would be discussing today. Our version control system is GitHub. Git, what is a Git? We will discuss that. But these are the three buttons: new project, open, and the get from the VCS. Means if you have some code you have uploaded on your Git repository, and if you want to create a new project from here, you can use get from VCS, this button. Remember that I have designed this course after thinking and working with a lot of companies. And this course is from absolute beginners. You have a programming knowledge or you don't have a programming knowledge, but you can adopt this course. This is for all. So if you are watching live or you will see this later on, just get the benefit of this course. If you want to become a full stack developer, I'm telling you a key right away. A key is that along with me, pause the video, watch the video, and type the code. So watch, pause, type. This is how you need to do. If you are watching it live, don't type it right now. Just get the pen and paper and do it later on. Note down your questions. And you can ask me on the Discord channel. I would be sharing a link of the Discord as well. So there is a community. So if you go to the Discord, create the account on the Discord, go to the Discord and type your query over there. Over there, me and other community members will help you. Okay, fine. So here we are discussing IntelliJ IDEA. So we have seen left menu, these three buttons: new, project, open, and get from the VCS. Now, can you see there is a search project? If you have multiple projects over here, and if you want to search one of them, like see Kotlin basics, can you see Kotlin basics? So only one will appear over here. That is nothing but your search functionality. Now, what I wanted to do, when you talk about Git, what you are talking about? Now, this is your computer, you can say. This is your computer and this is the Git. Try to understand the basic functionality of the Git. When you talk about Git, so here I can go and here I can say GitHub, and here I can say my local machine or your laptop. I hope no matter you are on the laptop or just say your computer, your machine. Okay. Now what is going to happen over here? I'm going to type the code over here. Just try to understand why do we need this kind of thing with us? Why do we need something called as Git? So when you say Git, remember that it's a code sharing platform. It is what? Code sharing platform. Let's take a few more. This is one developer. This is one developer. Here is one developer and its own machine. What project we would be doing in this course? So Bali, I have decided a lot of projects over here, but we would be starting from basics to the projects. So how do we do? A very fundamental project we will do that are nothing but the 3 bank operations. That is nothing but deposit, withdraw, create new account, check the balance, right? And transfer the money. This is an important thing I would be covering. And we would be doing throughout. We would be doing this in the Java. We would be doing this thing in Spring. We would be integrating this project in the React, and we would be writing a database operations also. Okay. So we would be doing these things. Okay. So don't worry about the projects. Just focus on the core concept. What we are discussing right now, we are discussing is a GitHub. Just stay tuned with me till last, and we would be having a lot of things I have planned for this course. So we are discussing not GitHub exactly, but we are discussing what is Git. So this is a developer machine and this guy is a developer. Then we would be having one more developer and we would be having one more developer. So we would be having these 3 developers with us, right? Instead of your machine, I can say A developer, B developer and C developer. These 3 developers are there. Now consider that this A1, this developer A is very good at Java. He is very good at Java. Then this B is very good at UI. This B is very good at developing HTML pages, HTML5, CSS3 and the JS, JavaScript. And this C is very good at database, Java and database, Java plus DB, Java plus DB. So A is good at Java, B is good at this and C is good at Java plus DB. Now what is going to happen over here? Whenever you are going to develop the projects, whenever you would be developing the projects, so this Java developer is going to write some codes, then HTML, CSS, 3JS developer is going to write some codes, and this Java plus DB guy is going to write some code. So my question to you guys is that how do they integrate the code? So I will add one more level of what you can say complexity. So this A sits in, this A is available in the location say X. So B is available at the location Y and C is available at the location Z. Means consider that So this is one city, this is another city, and this is another city. X, Y, Z are 3 cities. Now you tell me, how do they contribute or how do they add their or merge their codes? You can write it in the chat box also. One more thing, if you are a new user, right, I'm going to go live daily. If you are a new user and if you want to get the updates, it is my kind request, you can subscribe to my channel. It will do 2 things. When you subscribe, it does 2 things. First, you get a proper notifications. Second, I would be getting motivation to do these type of videos or the courses for you. So subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. Fine. So we are discussing what is GitHub. A concern in front of us is there is a guy, B and the C. A is located in X city, B is located in Y city, and C is located in Z city. They're willing to collaborate with each other and they want to share the code. So you will say that you can share the files on the WhatsApp, or you will say that you can share the files on the email. And if you share the files on the email, they can merge the code. Okay, agree that you are sending the files over WhatsApp or you are sending the files over Gmail. For 1 or 2 files, means this guy have created 1 file, this guy have created 1 file, this guy have created 1 file. For 1 or 2 files, this is good solution, no doubt. But whenever there is a question of 100 files, so this guy has created 100 files, this guy have created 75 files, and this guy have created 25 files, the integration would be challenging. Integration would be difficult, right? Just think how exactly you would be doing this thing. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I am checking it on. Just a minute, team. Till then, you may think on this part, how exactly you will add this. Okay. Yeah. Now, so A developer, B developer, and the C developer. So these developers are there, and these developers want to contribute. And remember that with the expert opinion, these developers have come to the conclusion that sending files over WhatsApp, sending files over email is not a good solution. Because if this guy makes some change, again he or she need to send file to this and this, both of the developers. If you are doing this thing, if you are making 100 changes, so you need to send this file 100 times to these members, which is a bad. So with this consideration, these people have came with one solution called as Git. Right, there should be something called as Git. So if you see this thing, what do you mean by a Git? So Git is a free and open source distributed. If you see, Git is a free and open source for the distributed version control, tracking changes in any set of files. Tracking changes in any set of files, usually used for coordinating the work among the programmers, collaboratively developing the source code during the software development. Its goals include the speed, data integrity, and support for distributed non-linear workforces, right? Thousands of the parallel branches running in the different system. So when you say this thing, these people, why these people have developed this solution? Answer is over here. So this link is available on the Wikipedia. You can go to the Wikipedia and see. Git is a free and open source software for the distributed version control. If you remember version control system, here you have something called as VCS. So this VCS and this is same. They are one and same. So if you are new to the channel, yeah. So when you say Git is that software, am I audible, team? Am I audible? Hello? If you are online, please respond. Otherwise, let me go ahead. So here when you say Git is a free and open source software for the distributed version control system. Now, if you see, Git was originally authored by the Linus Torvald. This guy has created the Git in 2005 for development of the Linux kernel with other kernel developers contributing to its initial development. See, to work with other developers, the Linus Torvald has created this system. Linus Torvald, if you don't know who is this, he has written the complete Linux, right? And he created one software for managing. His contribution with other of its contributors, right? So that is nothing but what the Git. Remember that Git is a solution. Git is a software. Now when we talk about something called as GitHub, right? I already have logged in, that's why it looks like this. So whenever you talk about GitHub, remember that GitHub is a software as a service, is a SaaS company which provides the Git solution. So whatever Git solution has been developed by the Linus Torvald, that Git solution has given to you freely by this github.com. Well, there are a lot of other solutions also, like gitlab.com. It is also a Git solution, GitLab. Then there is one more solution you might have heard, a Bitbucket. This is also one more solution. Can you see a Git solution for those who are using a Jira? Now, what is a Jira? Is a project management and the bug tracking tool. It's the project management and what? Bug tracking tool. So when you talk about the Git, remember that this is a software, this is the specification, this is the actual implementation, and after that it's open source, right? Free and open source software. Now see, after the invention of the Git, these people came in the market, github.com, Bitbucket, and they have started a Git as software as a service, Git software as a service, GitLab again Git software as a service, Bitbucket again Git software as a service. So these people have provided you Git as a service. Remember that. So that's the difference between GitHub, GitLab and the Bitbucket, right? Whenever you join the company, you might be using one of them, or you might be using your own also, right? There are a lot of softwares, and that software provides the Git as a solution. Okay, so but we would be using this Git for this course. What I request you, so this is one of the homework for you. If you don't have a Git account, you would be creating the Git account, and we would be having daily sessions or regular sessions, and into that regular sessions I would be writing the code and I would be uploading all that code to this thing every day. So what you would be doing, you also would be creating your own Git repository, right? And you also push your codes over there. You are also going to push regularly your codes over there. Correct? Hello? So that I can review it. So what you will do, you will create your own Git repository, you will type your own code, you will push it, and you will submit it on the Discord channel. Kindly review it. Kindly review this file so that the members from the Discord community can review your code. Correct? So this is how it would be working. Now we have discussed what do you mean by Git. Then we have seen what are the different solutions available out there. So just a minute. So okay, so we have discussed what is Git, what is GitHub. Now let's go to the theory and see. Our basic fundamental is A is a good Java developer. He is writing code in the Java. B is good in HTML, CSS, 3JS. He is writing code in HTML, CSS, 3JS. So C is good in JS, and this is good in JS, and C is good in Java and the DB. So they came together and they thought that let's collaborate and why not to create new project. And they face one challenge. So A is writing the code, B is writing the code, C is writing the code, and they face one challenge. How shall we contribute, or how shall we share all these files within each other? So they tried Gmail solution as well, they tried WhatsApp as well, they tried Telegram as well. But what had happened over here, it's not feasible. This guy is having 100 files, this guy is having 200 files, and this is having 50 files. So if he makes change in any of the file, this wants to share everything with this and this. So this is not a feasible solution. So what needs to be done? They searched on the internet and they got that there is something called as Git, and they decided, let's use the Git. So if you want to use the Git, a correct way of using Git is installing the Git client on your machine. Now what do you mean by client? Now here if you can go, and I can say software. Okay, no problem. This is our software. So this software needs to be installed here. This software needs to be installed here, and this software needs to be installed here. So this is the software you need to install. This is another software you need to install, and this is another software you need to install. So A, B and C, both or three of these developers have to install this software. So what will happen? This software, we call it as Git Client. So what we would be needing, another thing is Git Client. Git Client. Now if you are on the Windows machine, hello. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Adil. Thank you. I really appreciate, Adil. How are you? Okay, let's move ahead. If you have any questions, Adil. Yeah, thank you. Kishmuddin, thank you. So, thank you Kishmuddin for joining this live session. I hope you are willing to learn. I really appreciate. Thank you. If you have not subscribed, team, whatever joiners are there, if you have not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe it. So it will make two things. When you subscribe, it make two things. First thing, Kishmuddin, I will surely do that thing, but in the today's session we will focus on the Git. Okay, sure. So you are asking me to share my journey in the Java programming, right? I'll definitely do that for you. Yeah, I'll do that. So the members, if you are new to the channel and if you want to stay with me with this course, in my opinion, if we go daily 1 hour for this course, it might take very long. 3-4 months we would be needing to complete this Java full stack course. But remember that you would be learning a lot of things over here. You would be becoming automatically ready for applying to the job. So job, you will definitely get it. I am very sure you will get the job. Just don't worry. Focus on the learning. Right now, focus on the learning. Okay. So we are talking about this part, Git. So Java, HTML5, CSS3, JS and Java plus DB. We have these things. Now A, B, C, these are the developers and they want to communicate with each other. And if you are from the beginning from the session, if you are with me from the beginning of the session, I have created one story over here. You might have known the story. So if you want to communicate with each other by means of the Git solution, first thing you need to go with one of the Git server or Git solution. That can be GitLab, that can be Bitbucket, that can be GitHub, whatever. So presently I have opted for the GitHub. Okay, so what we would be doing, so each of this developer A, developer B, developer C need to install the client on the machine. So how do you install the client? If you are on the Windows machine, you can say git scm. Just go to the Google and type git scm. So if you are on the Windows machine, you need to do it manually. Git scm. Can you see that? Git scm. So this is the solution, or this is the client which runs on your local machine. And this client is nothing but our ice cream. This is a cone of ice cream. Right? So this client is capable of communicating with the Git server. So you need a client, and the client is capable of communicating with the Git server by means of, you can say, this software. Okay, so what is going to happen over here? You install the Git client on your machine and you need to configure few things that we will see. What are the configuration parameters are there, that we will see. Now once you install it, if you go here and if you go to the download section, just go over here, click on the operating system that you have, no problem. You can download it from here. And once you download, if you are on a Windows, you can double click it. If you are on the Linux, you need to install it. If you are on a Mac also, you need to install it. But on the Mac and the Linux, right, you get by default. I will show you. I'm using a Mac. So if you go on the Mac, if you see here, just type Git, hit the enter. If you see something like this, let me increase the font for this. Where is that? Yeah. Can you see? I just have typed the Git over here. Just clear it and just type Git and hit the enter. If you see something like this, the Git command line client has installed on your machine. What I'm saying? Git command line client has installed on your machine. You getting my point? Now once you install the client, see, I don't want to make a rush over here. I would like to go very slow. It's all about you. Whenever you come back to this session after a month, you will realize that how far we have been reached. So going with this pace is really important. Well, I can cover a complete Java full stack in 2 days. But here I want to target those people who are absolute beginner, who don't know the Java, who don't know anything about coding, right? And that's why what I recommend you is to join the Discord channel also, a Discord community also. Over there you can say, over there you will find a community, and the community is there for helping you. So I'm giving a Discord link in the chat box. Okay, I will share the Discord link. Okay, I will share it, don't worry. Fine. So here we have installed the Git client, Git client, Git client. Now this Git client wants to communicate with the Git server. How to do that thing? First go to the terminal and check Git is installed or not. And I told you there is a configuration. There is a what? One configuration. And here you can say, if you go to the Git SCM, there is a documentation, and here if you can see, not this, just a minute, yeah, config. So from here you can set who is using Git. From here you can set who is using Git, a username of the Git, and then you can say a token. Presently you might not need the token, that is okay, but here you need to set a Git username, right? And you need to set email. Two things are really important over here. So when you say a Git, if you go to the terminal, and here if you can say Git config, hit the enter. Here if you can see, just a minute. Now I would like to show you first, if you see there is a command list all. Let's try to use this. Git git config hyphen list, and if you see, this is my email and this is my Git username. So at least these two things are important. At least these two things are important over here, right? So other things presently you can forget about it. So whenever you download the Git client, you need to do these things. Now how to set up this username and how to set up this password? Let me show you. If you want to set up the username, if you see, I'm just going here and just make a clear and just click on the paste. Can you see? Git config hyphen global user.name, your username. And this username, remember that, which comes over here. Can you see? You signed as Aniruddha. This is my Git username. So at the time of installation, whatever you add as the username, that would be the username that you need to set over here. Where is that? Yeah, here. Then you have something more called as email. So instead of this user.name, you can say user.email. Remember the steps. You created the Git account, then you downloaded the Git client, and to the Git client you have added git config hyphen global user.name, your Git username, and then you can have git config hyphen global. So global is one of the argument. To that argument you are saying that in the global configuration you can add user email as whatever email you have used at the time of registering this system. You can use at the time of registering this system to this system. Then you can say git config -- global user.name your name. Remember that git is a command, a config is a parameter, -- global is an argument, right? And this is one of the key you need to set. In the global you need to set this email, means no matter whatever git you will use, over there this email would be used automatically. Whatever git solution you will use by default, because you have set email and the username in the global configuration. So here your username and here your email. These two things are important. So team, remember that we are developing this, or we are understanding these things at the professional level. So if you get any questions, feel free to ask your questions either on the Discord community, or you can add questions on this repository. How to ask the questions on this repository, that we will see tomorrow. I will give you a demo tomorrow, right? But today I need to wind it up. In the beginning, we have set up a lot of time in setting up the stream, but the day by day we will optimize going live very precisely. I hope you will understand and you will support me in this. So we don't have any hurry. We need to make a target that we would be becoming a very good Java full stack developer, and you will become, I guarantee you will become very good Java full stack developer. A key is a practice. You watch the video, pause the video, type the code. Watch, pause, type. It is not like that you would be watching a Netflix series, just continuously watching over and over again and again. No. Watch, pause, and the type. Watch, pause, and the type. And I'm guaranteeing you will become a very good developer. And whenever you see any new thing over here, like what is Git? People give up over here. No, I don't know what is a Git. I don't know what is a config. Google it. We are in that era where everything is available on the Google. You can search it out, right? You can search what is a Git exactly, what is a config exactly. This is a command that we have fired, right? So don't worry. You can communicate with me as well on the Discord, and whole community is there for helping you. So that's it for today. Before leaving, if you want to ask me any question, type it in the chat box. Otherwise, we are good to conclude today's session. Okay, fine. Well, it's good. We did a great job today. Thank you for staying with me. We'll meet in the next session, most probably tomorrow. So if you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon so that you will get latest updates straight away in your mobile app. Thank you. I'm ending the stream.